Are going to see your confidence through your presentation. Once again, I welcome you. The stage is yours. You can now present your self-discovery. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. I'm Suma Arun from Bangalore. I warmly welcome each one of you for my self-discovery DDS 1.0. I sincerely thank you all for your time and valuable time and presence here today. It is very encouraging. Thank you very much. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, keep moving. This is a lovely quote by Albert Einstein, and this quote resonates very well with my life in different stages of my life. In facing all the challenges and still moving forward in a small way has always helped me keep myself balanced and grounded. I would like to express my gratitude to my parents, gurus, and children, because of whom I am here today. In this picture, you can see my father. That's my childhood photograph with him. Those were the very happy memories of my life. In the second picture, you can see my mother, my husband, and both my sons. In 2017, I lost my mother to lung cancer. And my younger son had cerebral palsy, and I lost him in 2022. These two have been my pillars of strength, and I'm always indebted to them. They always guide me, and they've always been guiding me and are continuing to guide me through my life. My husband is a civil engineer by profession. He was into road and construction works, and slowly he transitioned into infrastructure support sector, where he provides machinery for rentals for various construction projects. For him, that was a huge transition. In his mid-40s, he took that risk. And from being a class 1 contractor, he went into doing it all on his own, which was quite risky at that point of time. But he's very confident and quite a risk taker at times. Although he weighs the pros and cons, he does it very confidently once he is sure of what he wants to do. My older son just turned 21 on May 11th. He's doing his engineering in computer science stream. Now, for a bit of introduction about myself, I'm born and brought up in Bangalore. And as I said, childhood memories have been very memorable. Although my high school and college life has been challenging, as my learning is also challenging, genetic learning is also challenging. I completed my BSc Computer Science. And since I was the youngest in the family, I was married off immediately. Before I could figure out what I want to do in life, a huge responsibility was given to me because I was the eldest daughter-in-law in a joint family. Coming from a conservative family, I pretty well managed it. Watching my mother being a very dedicated and hardworking family lady, I kind of learned a lot from her. I'm a very friendly and a social person. I like to keep my place, my home clean and my place very organized. I'm very punctual. In fact, I'm always before time, and I expect that from others also. At times, it's a little, it kind of is annoying when people come late to meetings or they don't show up on time. I'm very efficient. Any given work, if I'm interested, I give it my 100%. I'm a pet lover, although I don't have a pet at home. I take care of all the pets on the street. My area for improvement is I am a procrastinator. certain times I tend to push things forward, saying I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it day after tomorrow. Again, it depends on my mood and the interest in the task. I can be moody and emotional at times. This, when you see my UID, you'll all know why I am saying this. I'm very empathetic by nature, always want to contribute or help uh, through NGOs, and I'm always eager to help people. Last year, I donated my hair to an NGO run for cancer patients. Teaching has always been a passion for me. Knowingly, unknowingly, I don't know, it always drew me towards it. I did a Montessori course in 2009, which I could not complete. It was a correspondence course. And since there was no connect with the faculty or with other colleagues, I somewhere dropped it in between. Then I did my sign language course in 2019, a basic course, and with the intention to help the blind students. And then in 2020, I did my value education course. And I finished it in February, and March, there was a lockdown. I was very disheartened, thinking that everything I try to do is not working in my favor. But then again in 2022, June, schools started offline, and it came in as a blessing in disguise, because I was just coming out of that. I lost my son in February 2022, and June the school started. So it was a welcome change for me to come out of that grief. For me, teaching wasn't just a job. I always believe that young minds, when we nurture young minds in the right way, we build stronger nations. My other passion is cycling. When I was 8 years old, my dad never bought me a cycle because he was concerned about me falling and hurting myself. I visited one of my aunt in summer holidays, and that hero cycle, which was double my size, I just learned it in for 3 days. And then that muscle memory, I carried it for 2 decades almost. At the age of 28, I bought my own cycle. And then in 2021, when there was another lockdown, a group of cyclists came together called Relief Riders. We provided essentials, medicines, and food for COVID-affected people going on cycles. Through that, I connected with a very lovely group, and they motivated me to do a ride of 200 kilometers in one day. And then we did a 100-kilometer ride in the shape of Karnataka map. In 2023, I took up a cycling challenge, where I had to ride 1,000 kilometers every month for 10 months in a year. So on an average, 33 kilometers per day, which is quite a bit in this kind of traffic and environment. In 2024, I was the poster girl for TCS 10K in Bangalore. I was all over the billboards and newspapers. It was my few minutes of fame. Although I have not achieved much in these 45 years, whatever life has given me, I have tried to give it my best shot. Coming to my UID, as I earlier said, I can be a little moody and aggressive at times. You can clearly see my UID says C3C1, C3C1, A1, C3 small x, C3C3, C3C3, which is 90% cognitive, and I'm a right brainer. For me, any task, it is always imagination before execution. I always imagine how a task has to be executed. Routine is something that it bores me. I'm not consistent with certain things, especially when I'm not interested in it. I like to work at my own pace. I don't like to be rushed. I can be emotional and sensitive at times. There is a small x in my parietal. That could be attributed to my allergies. I'm prone to skin allergies and I easily catch a cold. I'm very careful when it comes to that. I don't eat anything cold. Although I like ice creams, I try to avoid it. And I keep hurting myself. I keep hitting my ankle or my knee or my elbow while I'm a little clumsy that way. Maybe it is because of the small X in my parietal. I was a very good athlete, and even now I tend to keep myself fit. My highest energy is in my temporal lobe, and I love music and watching movies. My day starts with turning on the radio in my kitchen. I perform better when there is some kind of music in the background. My visual energy is also high. My imagination, I have good imagination skills, but since the adaptiveness is low, probably that's why my observation skills are quite low. Um, Suppose I go to a function, I do not really observe what the other ladies are wearing or the jewelry that they're wearing. When there is a discussion later, I'm totally lost because I don't observe at all. And since my brain, left brain processing is normal and right brain processing is moderate, my concentration span is very low. I get easily distracted. And I'll always need a push. I function better when there are deadlines. My multiple intelligence profile is quite decent. My communication skills are good. I have a good taste when it comes to dressing up, and wherever I go, I want to keep myself presentable. I'm a friendly person, but I am very careful when there is someone. I'm very intuitive. I can easily make out whether the person I am interacting with will gel with me or not. And if I feel there is something amiss, I try to maintain a distance. Um, my nature smart. I love being out in the nature. I love gardening. That is a stress buster for me. I have a small kitchen garden where I grow chilies and brinjals. My music smart is good, as I already mentioned. And my cosmic smart is also high. I'm always thinking of how to help others or be of some help to people in need. Since my adaptiveness is low, the logic is low and adaptiveness is also very low, it is very difficult for me to adapt to change. Sudden change, I cannot handle. I take some time. So something like improv theater really helped me in that area because it is not a plan. When you're in theater and drama, there is no script there. They just give you an act or a situation and you just have to go and perform. So these kind of things I enjoy doing, and it's also helping me in a big way. In this slide, you can see a photograph of me handing over groceries to a person. That's during the COVID time. And we made posters for cycling awareness, to spread cycling awareness. Um, so probably that is my creativity quotient also. And my adversity quotient is pretty high. So challenges, I just take it with a pinch of salt. My disc profile is quite strong in all the parameters, but adaptiveness is very low. So I am not a very dominating person, but I'm very stubborn at times. Sometimes when I don't like to do something, however much convincing the other person is, I don't budge. If I don't like to do it, I will not do it. I'm very good with people. They just come and pour out their heart to me. They feel very comfortable sharing their problems with me. They come to me for advice. I have a lot of friends. Adapting to change is a little bit tough for me. I follow rules and regulations. I do not believe in shortcuts. Even in any given work, I try to do it the right way. I'm very organized, and since my compliance is high, I have a bit of these OCD tendencies also. I keep washing my hands very frequently. I'm more of a process-oriented person, and work-wise, I have not been able to explore it, but it says task and technology is my strength. Of course, I am a people's person, so maybe that also might help me in some way. I am an outdoor person. I enjoy being outdoors. When it comes to my disc substrates, this sensitivity and self-confidence are two areas that I've always wanted to work on. Self-confidence, when I am not sure of what it is, and if I feel it is a risky thing to do, I don't go ahead and do it. I need a lot of convincing, and somebody has to push me. Self-motivation is okay. It's there. It's not very bad. I am very independent by nature. And as I earlier said, efficiency in work, whatever I do, I want to give it my best. In my RIASIC model, multitasking potential says excellent. But so far, I have not been able to really explore that in me because of limited opportunities. Yeah, like I've always heard people telling me you'd be a very good administrator. I totally agree with it. I manage my house very well. I um, I know what needs to be done, and I do it in a very organized way. Multitasking comes naturally to me, but I am yet to, as you can see, software and data science. That is what my education was. I did my computer science, and it was not something that went well with me. Probably in all these years, this is the first PPT I have done it from scratch without taking help. I have managed to do it myself. I generally don't like to take help. Probably that's why my nature of asking questions, and though the investigative nature is there, I try to figure out things myself, which is sometimes hard. Maybe I should be a little more open, and I should ask people and clarify my doubts. Moving forward to my husband's profile, uh, his UID says D3, D3, C1, D3, A1, C3, 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 A1, A2. He is a left brainer and a balanced, integrative, cognitive, and affective personality. There is a D3, D3 in his prefrontal. So as I have observed, his planning is very good, but there is always a delay in execution of those plans. Although ultimately he will weigh the pros and cons and get it done. It's very difficult to finds it difficult to express emotions, and is of a diplomatic nature. Sorry. He's very independent and he doesn't really trust anybody. Excuse me. His parietal his parietal energy is a bit low, and when it comes to his professional work, he's very good at it. He gives it his 100%. But when it is personal household work, he's a little hesitant to do it. His temporal energy is also pretty good, and he's a very charismatic speaker. When he's explaining something, you'd want to sit and listen to him for some more time. He makes it very interesting. a very keen observer and has a very good memory power. Unlike me, he remembers what clothes I wore, what jewelry I have, and keeps suggesting me when we have to go for a function. He doesn't enjoy watching movies and TV. He tends to fall asleep even in a movie theater. His occipital lobe is 54, and I can see the criticism that comes from there. Always tries to find faults in everything. But since his foresight is good, probably because the adaptiveness is high, his brain processing is moderate. He's a little slow paced and also needs deadlines. His multiple intelligence shows word and self being high, and cosmic smart is also high. He's planted almost 14 trees in our street. That way, he always thinks about the about his surroundings and greater good of the people. And professionally also, he takes pride. He always keeps saying, "I'm building the nation." His logic and IQ are quite good. His adversity quotient is low. So when certain times when he has to face challenges, he finds it difficult and he tends to ignore it. He just doesn't look that side. He doesn't want to face it. His disk model is quite good. Compliance being high, he's he always makes a plan. His perfection and quality of his work is good. He follows work schedules and always writes down a to-do list the previous day and tries to accomplish it the next day. He loves to entertain people, and he's a little reserved and not very social until he gets familiar with the person. He's an outdoor person, loves to travel, and long drives is something he loves to visit new places. Staying indoors for too long, he gets very irritated, especially during COVID time. I understood literally fell into depression because he could not go out much. Here you can see his recent work. There's a tunnel building and uh, all risky jobs, but he enjoys doing it. His multitasking potential is very good. He's conventional, so for him, time management and managing his operators and laborers is very easy. His strengths are also management, so he's thriving in his profession. He's enjoying what he's doing. Moving on to my son's profile. His name is Ajay, and he's doing his computer science engineering third year. He's also a left brainer and more or less same profile as his dad. He's highly cognitive and an integrative personality. He's quite independent and strong-willed. He can face challenges in a very calm way. He doesn't like loud voices. When I speak to him, when someone speaks to him in a loud voice, he cannot tolerate it. Maybe because his temporal is high. He also enjoys music and movies like me. Occipital being his kinesthetic is good. He was very good in sports, although now he is limited to just badminton and cricket once in a while. But does make an effort to take care of himself, goes to gym, works out, and keeps himself fit. But again, he needs a push if there is some exam in between, he again loses the rhythm. Again, I have to push him, motivate him to go to the gym and work out. His occipital being low, he's also body-wise, he's not very energetic. He's a little slow-paced and needs a push. His multiple intelligence profile is pretty good. His logic and IQ are high. Adversity quotient is low. So for him, he doesn't like any arguments and complicated situations. He cannot deal with it. His word smart is good. His sense of humor is amazing. He just like that, he can crack you up and make you laugh. Self smart is good for all the three of us. We all like to dress up and look presentable. People smart, he takes time to socialize. He has a very small circle of friends. And his sub-traits, persistence is something he needs to work on. He tends to easily give up at times. And thoughtfulness and patience. All these probably because his adversity quotient is low. And he's not a very, he doesn't show too much enthusiasm in things that don't interest him. There's a lot more to know about him because he's just 21 and there's a lot more to see, especially in his disc profile. It's in a good range, but to see it probably it'll take some more time. Once he gets into a career, I can see more of his disc profile. I can understand him better. He's also a process-oriented person, and he prefers to be with his gadgets. And he's mostly an indoor person. It's almost in the same range. He can be outside, but he definitely prefers to be indoors. Given a chance, he would like to stay at home in his room and he would like to sleep. His multitasking potential is also excellent. So maybe me and my son, someday we can together do something if he's interested. When it comes to his career, Riasik model, he has chosen the technical software and data science, which he's pretty good at. I hope he excels in whatever he wants to do. Coming to our MBTI profile, all three of us, the neuroplasticity index is very low. So for us, adapting to change is a little bit of a challenge. All of us are outdoor people and judgmental. I am more of an extrovert. I easily make friends, and both my husband and son take time to interact and socialize. Once they speak to them and they get to know the opposite person, they are friendly, but they take time. So knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And for me, it is always a work in progress. And that is why I am here today. This is a first step on a path that I'm genuinely passionate about. I have a long way to go, and any shortcomings, I would kindly excuse me. And I hope the effort and intention is seen. I truly value all of your support and guidance to grow in this field. My heartfelt thanks to Lakshmi Mohan ma'am for introducing me to MiDNA, Harish Raju sir for mentoring me, Suresh sir for being very patient and kind while answering all my doubts and queries. Vijayalakshmi ma'am, I have no words to express my thanks to her. She can melt mountains with her kind words. And last but not the least, thank you to SAR for creating this amazing tool, which is a gift that is transforming our lives and helping us discover our potentials and live a life that is that we are with clarity and confidence. Thank you very much for patiently listening to my presentation. And I would look forward to growing more in this with the MiDNA family.